Hey guys, thank you for watching another one of my videos here on Costa Living. Today we're going to talk about the decision matrix. So kind of what is the decision matrix? So this is just a spreadsheet that I put together for you guys. It's another tool for our Build Your Wealth Wednesday. And so when you guys get together and you're trying to decide to make a decision for life, this could be anything from trying to decide from a new job. If you have multiple job offers, you're trying to figure out which one to take. You guys are looking at moving maybe to a new neighborhood or a new home. You want to know, which home should you buy? Looking for a new car or a used car. What kind of car should you buy? Any kind of life decision that you have to make where you have multiple options and there's, multiple criteria that you're considering for that job or for that decision. So we put together this matrix for you to kind of make it simple and just kind of really help out with you making that decision. Just another reference point for you. And it's a free tool that we're providing for you that you can download and keep. And so wanted to get into that. So hopefully you find this useful. And if you do, please just ask a favor from you. Help me triple D this video. So if you want to define this video by smashing that like button, come on, do it right now. It doesn't cost you anything. And then also help me develop my channel. If you can subscribe down below, I'd really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe bell, that subscribe notification right below and that little bell, and you'll be notified of new videos that come out. And then more importantly, help me deliver this video just by sharing it with someone who you think might benefit from the information. And the best thing is these things, they don't cost you a dime. It's free to you, and that's a double D on your triple D. So let's get into this video. I'm gonna throw up a screenshot of it, and then we'll walk you through how to use it, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, guys. So this is what I call the decision matrix, and this is something that I built for you guys. Now, I don't want it to seem overwhelming. It is, as you can see, it's a pretty simple spreadsheet. I tried to make it, let's just say, tamper-proof. So I put in the formulas already for you so you don't have to do anything. And the other thing that I did is I locked a lot of the cells so that hopefully you don't change any of the formulas. But keep in mind, this is free, so it's not too elaborate. And at the same time, if you do screw it up, you can just re-download it and input your information again. So I'll kind of go through this with you just so you know how to fill one out. So of course, this is me. So I did a selfless plug there, and you click on it, it'll take you to my website. But essentially, if you try to click on something that can't be changed, it should beep at you like this number here. Cell chart you changed is protected, so you shouldn't be able to change it. But on the decision, we want you to be able to title your decision so you can actually put it in either one of these cells. So let's just say that you're looking at buying a car. So this is something, I actually did this matrix a couple years ago when I was looking at a used car. So we're just going to put, buying a car. So this is your decision that you're doing. So you want to buy a car. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to go in and you want to put in the factors that you want for deciding on which car to buy. So what is important to you? What's going to determine the decision of why you buy your car? So let's just put in a few factors here, and then we can adjust it. So let's say for factor one, we want to do price. So the price is gonna be one of our determining factors. What else? Let's say safety. We have a family, and so we're concerned about safety. We do have a family. We go on trips, so cargo space is a concern of ours. I also don't want something too old, so maybe the year is going to be another factor. Since we are buying a used car, we're looking at used cars. Mileage is going to be a concern. We don't want something with too much mileage. And then, let's say, we still like to travel with our car, so gas mileage is a concern. And then, last but not least, we're going to do a resale value. So you can fill in as much of these as you want. You don't have to fill them all in, but you certainly can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rate
how important these factors are to us. And again, when we're all done, it should equal 100%. And I like doing this first because what tends to happen is in your mind you kind of have a car that you like, or one of the options that you're doing that you kind of like. And if you do these second, you'll kind of do them to your car of what you are, to your selection that you're trying to do, and it will kind of skew things. So you really want to do what your decision factors are first, and then put in what your options are, and everything else will be filled out for you. So let's say that price wise, price is important to us, but the other factors are more. So let's say that the price is going to make up 15%. And what I did is I put this little formula in here for you so you can see right away how much is remaining of your 100% and where you're at right now. So you don't have to keep track of the percentages or add them up yourself. So, safety, because we got a family, is very important to us. We're going to say that's 25%. So we still got 60% left. So let's say cargo space. Yeah, that's kind of important, but not that. So we're going to say 10%. The year of the car, it's important, but not as much as the mileage and everything else. We're going to say 5. Let's say that the mileage is important, so we're going to say 20%. Gas mileage is pretty important too. We're really down to 25. So let's say gas mileage will be 15%. And we're kind of concerned down the road of 10% of what we're going to get our car. So we've kind of put in what the percentage of each factor is, and that totals 100% of our deciding factors. So each one of our cars, we will rate these different things, and it will do the formulas and figure out what's there. So let's say that option 1, when I did this, I really liked the Toyota Highlander Hybrid. So I'm going to put, we were looking at a 16 Toyota, that's not spelled right. Toyota Highlander, okay. And then option 2, at the time, we hadn't thought about this car until we went and looked at it, but there was a brand new Nissan Altima. And then option 3, we were looking at a 19 used Subaru Outback. Now, we're out in the Pacific Northwest. We live on 5 acres. We're up in the hills, and we tend to get snow. So for us, every single car that we looked at was an all-wheel drive. So if that was an option, you could put that here, but I only included cars that were all-wheel drive. And so this Altima was an all-wheel drive car. We weren't unaware of it at the time, but we put it in there. So let's go through kind of where we are, where the rankings were. So price. At the time, the Highlander was about 30 grand. And so we kind of gave it. And there's a couple ways you can do this. You can rate these any way you want, and at the end it will do the same. I'm going to do it from 1 to 100 just because it makes it easier, and then that kind of lets you know kind of where you're going to be at the end. So I'm going to say that this was 80. This was about an 80. It was a little bit more than we wanted to spend. The Nissan Altima was, we're going to say 0.80 for 80%. I will change this formula for you guys. I'll put percentages in here at the end, so when you guys get it, it'll be percentages. So you can just type in 80 and it should change it to 80%. So the Nissan Altima was the same. It was exactly the same price. So we're going to say this is 80% as well. Now the Subaru Outback at the time was 24, and so I'm going to put a 10 in for this one. Actually, 0.10. So then for safety, again, they were all pretty safe. I gave this one a rating of 80 as well. The Nissan Altima actually was very safe at the time, 10. And of course, the Subaru Outback is known for its safety. Actually, so it'll be, the 10 is actually 100%. You know what? I'm going to change this now so it doesn't confuse anybody. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So right where we left off, 80%, 100%. All right, I'm back. So cargo space. So the Toyota Highlander is obviously the biggest vehicle. So we gave this 100%. The Nissan Altima, you know, being a car, kind of had the smallest space. So we gave this, 70%. So much easier to have the percentages in there. Okay, and then the Subaru Outback had some pretty good cargo space, but was only 80% compared to the space of the Highlander. So now the year. Obviously, the Highlander was the oldest. I kind of gave this 50%. And then I give this one 100%. And then the Subaru Outback, I gave 90 because it was used. All right, so let's go to the mileage. So on the mileage, again, the Highlander didn't get great. It had, at the time, it had 63,000 miles. So that was kind of more than I was really hoping for. The Altima was brand new, so this one got 100. And the Subaru Outback at the time, it was fairly new. It only had 2,000 miles on it. So for that, we'll give this one, we'll say 95%. So for gas mileage, the Toyota Highlander got between 27 and 28. So we gave this an 80%. The Nissan Altima got between 28 and 39, you know, city highway. So that was actually a little bit better. So we give this 90%. And then the Outback got 25 and 32. So we just gave that 80% as well. And then for resale, you know, you could do your research of what it is. We gave this one 80%. Altima kind of, the resale value wasn't quite as good, so we gave this 70%. And then on the Outback, we gave this 90%. Subaru's got a great resale value. So that's kind of it. You fill in the percentages of what it is. You set up your the list of important decision factors, and then it automatically casts down here on the bottom. Obviously, if this was a perfect vehicle, it would be at 100%. And if not, then it kind of tells you where you are at based on your criteria. So the Altima actually was a pretty good vehicle, and we really thought about going that way. But our previous car was a Subaru Outback, so we're a little bit biased, and it met all of our needs before, and it was still a great vehicle. This one had a lot more safety features on our last one, with the lane assist and the braking and the headlights and all that kind of stuff. Again, the Altima was just as good as well. It was just a little bit tighter vehicle, and with our family trips, we just felt the Outback had more. And again, not justifying the things, because this is where I'm saying before, you want to fill out your percentage of importance and your important decision factors, because you can make justifications later of why you did something or not. But this kind of gives you a rule of thumb. Now, obviously, you guys don't have to do what this says, but that just kind of puts it out there for you and makes things, kind of gives you another point of reference and says, well, based on the things that are important to me via your decision factors, it kind of figures things out for you. So again, I want to throw this out to you guys just as another resource for Build Your Wealth Wednesdays. And this is some things that can help you with just the life decisions that you guys need to make. If you have, a couple different job offers and you're figuring out where which job do you take, again, you could throw in some important factors, your commute, the upward mobility, the location, maybe the school district if you're going to have to move, just different things that you want to put in for priorities and how you're going to rate them percentage wise. And then you just kind of go through and you fill them out, and it will give you a suggestion down below. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully this is a tool that you guys will use. And I just wanted to hand it off to you. Hey guys, well, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it's something that you use. Again, it's a free tool I created for you. And again, if you mess it up, just re-download it.
But drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you've used it and how you use it, and if it's helped you guys out with some of the decisions that you make or that you're going to make. Let me know what else you kind of want to see, and we'll try to cover that subject matter. My channel is here for you guys, just to give you the information and kind of to make you better stewards of your money and get you to the point of becoming financially independent. So just understanding how the decisions will affect your life, the different factors that go into the decision, and understanding all this stuff, well, that's just a cost of living. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.